second tier 11 on my channel. Second gameplay is going to be with the tier 11 Soviet KR-1, the tank that comes from IS-7, and yeah, it keeps the tradition, guys. It is upgraded IS-7. It has IS-7 how to say, DNA in it, I would say so. It comes from IS-7, from 257 deck tree, so with the update 2.0 as well, the IS-7 will be also the battle best vehicle, so easy grind as well. And today I'm going to show you my first gameplay action with you. You are already seeing some gameplay action on the background. I am also going to play 2 live battles together with you where this tank slaps, but first let's have a couple words about this vehicle. At first, when I saw this tank in the video, how much RAM it did and so on, like, I was a little bit skeptical, let's say. I was a little bit skeptical. I was not sure, like, if the RAM damage is boosted that much or how much it is boosted. You know, I had some questions, and I went into it with open mind, cautiously, hoping to have some fun. And yeah, guys, I gotta say, this tank is actually pretty damn strong tank overall. It is upgraded IS-7 in almost every single way, guys. It can ram. Oh boy, how it can ram. When the target is soft, it rams like there is no tomorrow, guys. Versus heavy tanks, I did a lot of ram tests as well. I rammed Mouse, you know, Mouse did more damage to me. If Mouse has controlled the impact, that is going to out-damage you actually with the ram, or at least this is what we found out if we did face-on collision. I rammed IS-7, I did more damage to IS-7. I rammed soft targets, knocking them off out of their socks, or however you say that. You're going to see all that on the background right now as well. We did some ram testing. I had the Bond Turbo Krausers in the mobility slot and hardening setup, and then we tried actually with the Bond ventilation setup as well instead of hardening to get the maximum ram boost, because what the ventilation does to your ramming is it boosts your cruise skills, and one of your cruise skills is controlled impact, which straight out gives you extra ramming damage. Controlled impact says ramming damage to enemy vehicles is increased by 25.4%, or if you use ventilation, you know, even more, and ramming damage to your vehicle is decreased, so it works in 2 ways, or in both ways. So yes, it can ram. The softer the tank is, the crazier the ram is. Like what you saw at the start of the video, how I rammed Grilla, how little mobility I got out of it, and how much damage I did to that Grilla was kind of sick. And same to the Leopard towards the end of that battle. Not a lot of mobility and a lot of damage done. So this is like extra help for you in the end game. I really do not suggest you in normal battles, random battles, to go in to look for those rams right from the start of the battle. It is like extra tool to have in some certain situations. Or if you want to have some fun, you know, in the platoon, yeah, those tanks are going to be extremely, extremely annoying to deal with. Looking at the armor model as well, guys, this is this tank versus 268 millimeters of penetration on a flat ground. Yeah, even lower plate is bloody yellow, guys. 270, like, how is... It's crazy. You know, this is going to see tier 9s. Luckily, tier 9 premium rounds at least are, in many cases, tuned as good as tier 10 premium rounds, or in this case tier 11 premium rounds as well. So tier 9 with premium rounds are able to go through that because they need it. Even tier 10s need premium rounds. Even tier 11s need premium rounds to go through it. Look at that. It has a Commander Hedge weak spot, guys. Oh, only 309. Well, you can overmatch that. If you're face hugging this vehicle, you can overmatch that. I had one situation where I was face-hugging enemy KR. I knew that I can overmatch this over here and penetrate with 100% chance. And the other guy was looking where to penetrate me, didn't find. And as soon as I slapped that, the player learned and automatically did the same hit back to me. So just look at that. You know, it can even side scrape, guys. It can even freaking side scrape versus standard rounds with a kind of a pointy, pikey nose. But as soon as you load some more heat, which in this case is not the highest, 325, many tier 9s, many tier 10s have more heat pen. Lower plate at least becomes penetrable. This side becomes somewhat penetrable as well. So yeah, it's absolute nuisance. Like actually it is absolute nuisance. So the tank, which at first I wasn't super sure about, turned out to be maybe even too annoying, if I dare to say that. Yeah, I'm going to say that. This tank is bloody annoying to deal with on the battlefield, facing them as well, because it's somewhat mobile. It can wiggle, you know, you need to aim precisely, like under this angle you can pen it, under this angle you can't penetrate the lower plate anymore suddenly, or under this angle you can bend it and then they wiggle like this and you are going to bounce. Commander hatch is annoying. It's an annoying tank to deal with, guys, while you can just charge in and plow through the enemies. And at the same time, guys, this vehicle with the bond hardening, for example, has 3,150 hit points. So it has a lot of hit points to trade as well. Having 547, okay, 540 alpha damage over here without the cruise skill boosting it, TPM 2.7k plus the ramming TPM in many cases is extra. It has very good mobility, 60 top speed, base top speed with 1,420 horsepower engine, or the base power to weight ratio is 17.75. But with this setup, it's way better, right? It has enough view range, so you do not have to worry about carrying any view range boosting equipments if you have good crew on it. And my secondary setup is, depends on the situations. This is my secondary setup. Like I'm setting up all the tanks how I would play them on on my account when this update goes live. Rammer, stabilizer, and hardening over here. And with this setup, you can see that hit points are a little bit lower. You know, you're losing like 40 hit points, right? Or something, extra DPM and extra gun handling from that. But the mobility is still feeling good. You are going to see this tank in action with both setups, actually, so you can be the own judge. And the upgrades over here, guys. So the upgrades you are unlocking, the ability upgrades are pretty damn powerful as well, and I would focus on those, like the first one, increase ramming damage goes to enemy vehicles by 10%. So you come over here, you get the chance of engine fire, then you get the standard shell velocity, which is also good, and you get that. Then you can go up over here, getting aim time, getting hit points, getting the secondary slot over here for turbo, for example, and then coming over here, which increases the ram damage by to enemies' vehicle suspension by 10%. Then this is increases damage to enemy vehicles overall by 10%, and the final one is increasing ramming damage caused to the enemy vehicles by 20%. So if you max it out, this is where you unlock the full potential of the ramming. Also, you can get extra gun depression, which is also very key thing to go down over here. So gun depression, so I suggest you to go after this first as well. If you do not look for the ramming that much, then you can come straight down to the gun depression, for example. But eventually unlock, you know, everything as you should, right? If you want secondary slot is located top corner, top right corner up over there. Secondary, this is the ammunition, right? Yes, this is the ammunition. This is the loadout, equipment loadout. So this was quick introduction to KR-1. Now let's enjoy some gameplay action. But before, guys, please let me know in the comment section which tier 11 vehicle you would like to see me featuring next. Hit me up in the comment section and also let me know what you think about this one. See you there. So where does the live battle action take us? It takes us to a tier 10 match with 4 tier 11s and the rest are tier 10s, no artillery. And by the way, I have played together with the stream as well. I have played, I don't know, 40 battles maybe, and I have not seen tier 9 vehicles, not even once. I guess the +-1 matchmaking is doing its job, or maybe nobody's playing tier 9s over here. We have how many? 20,000 players online right now. I saw as high as 27,000, maybe more, you know, that's just what I noticed. At some point, like for me it is 6 p.m. It is a very different time over there for the server main players, I would say so. But yeah, I have not seen a single tier 9 battle or single, let's say, +2 matchmaking battle. You know, when you play with this tank, there will be a lot of YOLO players. You are going to see a lot of YOLO players, but you know, YOLOing just like from the start of the battle, this is not going to be the way, definitely not going to be the way to maximize the tank. Like, I have had some quite a crazy battles, you know, where doing the ram even at the end, like, equals extra 2,000 damage, doing multiple rams at the end of the battles. Playing normal at first, don't force, you know, no reason to force ramming situations. Especially if that takes you behind enemy lines. Full of enemies. Like 50 Bs, where those two guys are. That worries me the most. If only Krilla is up there, we could do some fun, you know, we could do some fun things. This random event, however, kind of can change the things. At first I was, you know, thinking about going to the normal, regular, very regular position up here as well, especially with no arties. Jagdpanzer E100. Jagdpanzer E100 has moved. They are all back over here. That's kind of crazy, actually. So they were simply waiting over here. Nice, 560 slap. Maybe I can scare the Jagdpanzer a bit. Let's get behind the fence. Extra protection from heat. Okay. This tank is going to be such an annoying tank to deal with. Especially when it comes to the armor. Ooh, I have hit like some blind shots over here, I believe. Like, this tank will be so annoying to deal with. You know, when this tank charges at you, this is how I feel as well. Like, many times, it makes me anxious, you know, because the armor layout is kind of stupid. It's like super passive battle enemies. Okay. It bounces a lot. Armor strong. We are single-handedly making some moves on this flank. I love our light tank. Sorry, not light tanks, medium tanks. Just casually, like slowly, very cautiously, carefully, moving forward. This Jagdpanzer is coming back. Or running away. I love how I have to be the scout over here. I love how I have to be the scout. Okay, let's go. Let me do the scouting again. Let me do the scouting again with my hit points. Nice. It necessarily doesn't mean I have to get the assistance, but I have to get them killed somehow, right? Okay. It's time to go into the city. It is time for some ram now. Ah, yeah, there was 50B. I'm not gonna stop for that. Stopping for that would not be wise. I don't think so. I have protection as well. I have like bunch of minions together with me. If it makes sense. I have like bunch of minions together with me. I'm going in. They're doing the shooting. Oh, dude, ramming with this thing, ramming soft targets with this thing is absolutely bonkers, man. Absolutely bonkers, like, honestly. But one thing I have noticed, playing 40-something battles on Ace's server, it occasionally, many times, is so passive. Like, everybody is so passive. What I normally do not notice on like different types of maps, it's like they have so much more patience to wait. Not one guy, not two guys, you know, just holding the corner, but many times half the team just minutes and minutes waiting. Which, you know, it's a tactic as well, to be honest with you. It's a tactic because it's always easier to shoot while you are defending into attacking tank because they usually get spotted first. And they usually get spotted first and you're always able to get the first shot in, right? Anyway, 4,500 damage done. I'm definitely not sure if our play over there was correct, but looking how many tanks we did keep occupied, you know, the other flank had easier time that way, but our other flank lost too big. So if I would have been on the other flank, maybe things would have been better. Next up, you know what? We're going to play it like this. We're going to play it with rammer, stabilizer, and hardening. Next battle, rammer, stabilizer, and hardening. Let's see how the mobility is if you do not want to go like full Ooga Booga mode, right? Let's see how the mobility is. Still solid, you know. Still faster heavy tank. And yeah, I'm overtaking every heavy over here. E5, 113, while having somewhat of a gun handling as well. We have Leopard. How aggressive are they going to be back here? You know what? I don't know what the enemy's gonna do, so let's just prepare this position over here. Let's prepare this position over here. You can actually shoot, nice. So knocking over this tree when you shoot it with HE. I didn't want to block E5, like I could have taken that shot into gun opener as well, but I didn't want to block the E5. If you knock over the tree over here, usually you can take the shot without getting... or you are getting spotted after you take the shot. You don't get spotted before you take the shot. I like the style. This guy has taste. Look at that. Look at the beautiful style. Well, now I can't spot them back either. I was a little bit hesitant pushing in. Because, you know, they had a lot of super heavies over there. And I didn't want to end up back here alone. But now I kinda do want to go in. Mouse. That's unfortunate angling here. By mouse. Too low. Could have been a little bit better aim, but if I went any higher, I had even less to shoot. Okay. Cool. One in the face. That was so bloody accurate, man. That shot went dead center. Very tiny weak spot to hit here. And now we can go in. Hopefully team follows. I'm actually going to cross this gap over here. That's a bad shot. They should have aimed it higher. Way higher. E5 will come behind. Take out mouse and we can shoot can opener once. Over there. KR-1 up here as well. Full HP KR-1. Well, she's unloading. Can I get the ram kill? Nice. Nice. Well, I don't think I'll be able to do much with ramming to KR. Nice, engine fire as well, and off we go, guys. Off we go. So gun is definitely feeling... Gun is feeling definitely more comfortable, as it should be. And we're actually going back. Another option is to just go to the middle, which I believe I'm gonna do. And now I would like to switch equipment setup to turbo crouchers and hardening. To simply not give any damns whatsoever, guys. We are going in. We have IS-7, Krilla. Krilla is such a juicy ram for us. Such a juicy, one of the juiciest rams ever. Tearing over the desk, one-shotting that Krilla, you know. It simply felt good, guys. It simply felt good. And, you know, the fact that this has so many hit points as well, that you are actually able to just freaking fool around. Can I get one ram over here? Oh! Whoa! Oh! Ah! One more. Little gentle touch. Let's go, guys. Let's go. And this is KR-1. Yeah. I have to admit that first I thought this... When I saw the video, when I saw the ram damage numbers, I thought this could not be... Like, there's a chance that this is not going to be, like, extremely exciting. Like how much extra ram damage it does and so on, but the overall package is better than I expected, I have to be honest. And if we are lucky, we're able to get another ram kill over here. If we are lucky. Well, that guy's dead. Alright, he's not dead. Stay in the corner. Oh yes, stay in the corner there, mate. Leopard. No. Don't. Unbelievable. Unbelievable artillery actually penned it. Right, it was 261 penning and setting Leo on fire. Yep, that's what he did. 5,339 is what we take from this tier 10 battle, and this was KR-1, guys. Yeah, it's powerful. Do you know what the only weakness, I'm thinking about it, do you know what the only weakness, not the only, like it has, you know, it has some weaknesses, like the derpy gun, you are going to miss some shots, so on. But what I think is going to be the weakness of this is the players themselves. Players themselves is going to be the weakness of this tank. Critical hits, if I hover over it, so if you press spacebar, you bring up the extra menu if you want to see that for critical hits. But yeah, the weakness is going to be players themselves. Just playing too aggressively, going too YOLO. We did fire some premium rounds over here and still made actually some credits profit, guys. I did fire quite some premium rounds at start. Later we fired the APCR. Yeah, so you saw this with the two different setups. This is most likely this is how I'm going to set it up as well, and like with Bond turbo, because you just want as much engine power, as much mobility control as possible, and hit points as well. And this is going to be the secondary with Bounty. Most likely I'm not going to put Bond as the gun handling setup for some maps, for some matchmaking, some situations. But yeah, it's quite a beast. I ain't gonna lie, it was quite a fun tank to play as well. So yeah, my first take on it, guys. Hopefully it was informative, helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you know what to do, guys. Stay tuned for more action. Check out my Dacian Rattes video if you haven't seen that. First gameplay action with the Dacian Ratte as well. And stay tuned for much more content. Thank you so much, guys, and adios.